Hi Track fans, welcome to Track Tech Talk with Mitch Beasley, Track Technical Director. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the brand new Alias. So what we've done is that we spent a lot of time doing research and development on core shapes, core numbers, to make the most driller-friendly, high-performance bowling ball that's ever been created. Okay. With the research and development, we found out that a mass bias at about 0.013 is the best numbers to make a ball from really strong asymmetric all the way to symmetric without the use of extra holes. Okay? Along with this, the ball has a little bit different specs because we want to be able to swing mass biases all the way to our axis and pass to get symmetricals without using extra holes, which would change the core dynamics and then make the ball asymmetrical again. So what we've done is taken the brand new Alias core, which is a 249 RG with a 054 differential and an 013 mass bias. Okay, what we see here is that this is the symmetrical layout for this ball. Okay, this right here is a 335 degree mass bias, which takes it past my axis, and then a 5-inch pin and a 45 degree VAL. Okay, so to get it to be symmetrical, we have to drill in the side of the core to get rid of the asymmetric. Well, that has to be 90 degrees from the thumb. Well, a 65 degree mass bias angle puts my mass bias in my thumb. So we add 90 degrees to that to get it 90 degrees away, and that's 335. So with this symmetrical layout, this ball is more symmetrical than any symmetrical bowling ball you've ever drilled, because a normal symmetric bowling ball becomes asymmetric when you drill it, somewhere between a 0.008 and a 0.012 asymmetric. This ball right here, for me, is 0.003. This is much more symmetrical than any symmetrical bowling ball that you've drilled. So what we're going to see is this ball compared to an asymmetric, strong asymmetric, this ball is going to be much smoother, much more rounded off of friction. That's going to allow us to move a little right, get a little closer to the dry. So for our players that like to play a little straighter, or our power players that don't want the ball to back in so hard, it's going to allow us to get closer to the friction. Okay. Now if you notice here, I have a pin down, but this one is also symmetric. So this one, because to get a mass bias straight down for me is 90 degrees for the mass bias. So to get it 90 degrees from that is 0. So this is a 0 degree mass bias with a 4.5-inch pin and a 75 degree VAL. So this becomes my symmetric layout for a pin down. So if we compare the pin up to the pin down, you're going to see the pin up's going to hook a little bit more, be just a little bit stronger, because as we go pin up, the core gets stronger. As we go pin down, the core gets weaker. So our pin down one will flare less, and our pin up will flare more, which means the pin up will be just a little bit stronger, and the pin down a little smoother and a little weaker. Okay, the pin down will allow me to get further right, especially on fresh oil, and give me that rounded shape instead of that really hard back end, so that I can control the lane. It's going to be really good on our wet dry house shots, and it's going to be really good on our tournament patterns. When I need that smooth look, but just a little bit more hook, a little bit more back end, then I would go to my pin up symmetric.